Hi guys, happy Friday. Let's learn about polygons. Today, we're going to talk about all kinds of crazy, wackadoodle looking polygons. We're going to learn about regular and irregular. So, polygons, that's a fancy name for many angles. That's what polygon means. Poly is many and gon is angle. So polygons are named by the number of sides they have. And you guys know some common ones like triangle. Tri stands for three, so it has three sides. Quad is four. Quadrilateral, so it's anything that has four sides. Pentagon, so penta or pente, that's five. So the one, two, three, four, five. And then hexagon, hex stands for six, so anything with six sides. And we skip good old septagon. I'm so sorry about that. There's no seven side that's offered to you, but octagon, eight sides. Now, what they want you to know is that there's irregular, like this craziness and this craziness and this craziness. These are irregulars, but we do have what's called regular polygons. So let's talk about that. And it's got a big fancy word. We're going to talk about that as well in case you haven't memorized it. Polygons in which all the sides are congruent. Fancy big word for same. Congruent just means same, or all sides are the same and all the angles are the same, so it's congruent, are called regular polygons. So this octagon that's up here, that's regular. So this measurement of this line and this line and this line, they're all the same exact length. So that makes it regular. These angles, see that I'll probably put them in color so you guys can see it, but this angle here, line meets the vertex in this line. This one that's here looks exactly like that one, which looks exactly like that one, which looks exactly like that one. They're all the same, congruent. So that's what the rule of regular means. You could also be a square. A square is a regular polygon, but I added these kind of like in a column. Like here's a quadrilateral. Anything that's a quadrilateral has four sides, and this is an irregular one. But here are the regular ones that you're used to seeing that don't have crazy slanted lines, is a square. So please remember, this one's regular, this one's regular. But this is also a quadrilateral that you might recognize. Now, it's not considered regular because, look, this side and this side are congruent, but, this is not the same as this short one. But these are other quadrilaterals that you're going to recognize. Square, rectangle, trapezoid. I think you've seen these definitely throughout your life. Pentagon doesn't usually look like this. It usually looks like this. And this one, I think I have hiccups. If I drew this one correctly, I think this one is a regular polygon. I think I tried to make it so all the, I think it is. I think all the sides and all the angles are the same. I can't tell for sure, but I tried to do that. Here's a hexagon, irregular, and this is what a regular one looks like. I try to draw it carefully so all the sides are same length and all the angles are the same length, so they're congruent. Okay, so that's what it means when something is regular polygon, that everything is congruent, the same measurements. All right, now that we discussed that, let's practice on this page. Oh, boys and girls, I'm so sorry. So some of you who have your math books with you were probably like, Mrs. Langford, why are you starting on this page when you're supposed to start on this page? Oh, I'm so sorry. So instead of deleting everything, I'm just not going to do that. This is still important information. Everything I said is correct, but now we're going to skip and go back to the beginning. Yay, let's go in order. All right, sorry about that, but it'll still work out, I promise. All right, so more learning. These are drawings that your 5-year-old cousin could do, right? I mean, maybe not the star, because I don't think I learned how to draw a star until like junior high school. I don't know, that's a pretty good star. Anywho, let's talk about some of this vocabulary. Let's get rid of this stuff on the side. So we're going to be talking about open concave, closed convex, polygon, and we already did polygon, so hey, we're ahead. All right, so these are two-dimensional shapes. What does that mean? They're flat. They don't look like they're coming off the page. They don't look 3D like we're talking about with volume. These are flat images. There's only two dimensions. Okay, so two-dimensional shapes can be made up of line segments or curves or both. So here's a line segment and here's a curve. This one, all curves. This one, only line segments. Okay, so these are two-dimensional shapes. That being said, two-dimensional shapes can be two different things. They can be open or closed, and this is how you remember that. If these are both pools, swimming pools, which one is going to be better to fill up with water? Probably this one, which is closed. The water can't get out. And this one, this is open. Your water is all going to rush out. So this is an open two-dimensional shape because it's not, there's no lines connecting, and this one's closed. Okay, that seems pretty easy to me. Now, we have a polygon is a closed two-dimensional shape made from line segments that don't cross each other. So let me be clear on that. These are not polygons because this one's open. So polygons cannot have this open thing. They cannot cross each other, and they have to be line segments. So a circle is not a polygon. It doesn't have many angles. Remember, like I said, what polygon means? There's not many angles. This is all one big curved line. So this doesn't count, and yes, open doesn't count, and anything that crosses lines like this does not count. These are not polygons. So these ones are, even if they're drawn crazy like what your 5-year-old cousin might do. Okay, so this is all, see, these are all line segments. They don't cross each other. There's no curves. So all of these qualify as polygons. Okay, hopefully that feels clear to you. So now let's talk about what concave and convex are on the next page. So a polygon, which we already explained on the other page, is an object that has multiple angles, okay? So many angles, so not a circle, not anything that's got cross lines or whatever. It is concave. This sounds confusing, but you'll get it, trust me. If you can connect 2 points inside the polygon with a line segment that passes outside the polygon. So see, if I were to draw this, I have a tool to do that. Let me open up my tool here. I think this will work. If I were to draw inside, you see how this section in here, this is the inside. You start your dot here and you connect to another dot. If you can do that and go outside and get back inside, that's concave. Now that sounds confusing because the way I remembered it as a kid is, does this look like a cave opening? Does it look like you could walk through there and go inside of a cave? Yes, it does. Well, that's concave. So that's how I remembered it, but that might not work for you. So this is the way to remember it. It says again, if you can connect 2 points, here's a point, here's a point. If you can connect them with a line, and the line is on the inside and the outside of the shape, is concave. So let's try that here. Can we do 2 dots on the inside and stay on the inside and have it cross partly on the outside? No, that didn't work. Hold on, trying to erase it. So can you find any other place you can do it? Like I can go outside, inside, outside, but that's not what the rule is. You have to start on the inside, end on the inside, and cross somewhere on the outside. So that's the rule. I hope that makes sense to you. If not, just remember the rule that Mrs. Langford said. Does it look like you can walk into an opening of a cave? Then it's concave. Okay. Now that we've defined concave, we'll talk about convex, which is this one over here. It has no such line segment. You can't do this drawing on this shape. And also all these angles, this is where the 2 lines meet. All of those are less than 180. And if you're trying to remember what a 180-degree angle looks like, here you go, watch, there it is. That's a 180. It's just a big long line because it's splitting a circle in half. So that's 180. So all these angles from here to here, do you see how that angle is less than 180? Because it's bent, it's not straight. So all of the angles that make up convex are less than 180. I hope that helps. If it doesn't, just remember, like I said, the rule. Does it look like a cave opening that you can walk into? It's concave. All right, let's go ahead and practice that. So down here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you're going to tell whether each figure is a polygon. So if it's a polygon, write down polygon. If it's not, you have to tell me why it doesn't fit the definition. And I put this over here again as a reminder for you from the other page. A polygon is a closed, that means there's no open door, no little open barn door or open pool wall. A polygon is a closed 2-dimensional shape made from line segments, so no curves, line segments that don't cross each other, okay? So go through these now, making sure that it meets this requirement here. Please pause your video. Okay, so we're going to do these first 3 shapes. If for some reason you didn't get to them, please pause the video and do it now because you're going to have a test on this very soon. So make sure you're actually thinking about it. Again, the definition is over here. Is this a polygon? Is it closed? No, there's a line missing. And that's it. It has to be completely closed. Remember, the swimming pool can't have water running out, or the barn can't have an open door where all the cows and horses run out. So no, that one is not a polygon. How about this one? Is it closed? Yes. Is it only made of line segments and no curves? Yes. Do they cross each other? No, that's a polygon. How about Wonder Woman over here? Is it closed? Yes. Does it have only line segments? Yes, there's no curves. Does anything cross each other? No. So therefore, these answers should be, this one is not a polygon. You're supposed to say why it does not fit the definition, because it's not closed. All the cows are running away, or all the pool water is leaking out. This is a polygon, this is a polygon. All right, so now we're going to do these shapes here. Let me see if I can go down without revealing all the answers. This one, this one, this one. Is that one a polygon? Well, is it closed? Yes. Is it made only from lines, line segments? Yes, I don't see any curves. Does it cross each other? There's a big cross. So no, that's not a polygon because the lines cross. How about that one? Is it closed? Yes. Is it made from line segments? Well, that's a line. That's a line. Nope. No curves allowed. So that one is not a polygon. Can't have curves. How about this one? Is that one a polygon? Sorry, I have to get rid of that. Is it closed? Yes. No open doors. The pool water's not leaking. Does it have only line segments? Yes, these are only lines. Do they cross each other? No. So therefore, that one's a polygon. These two are not for the reasons I just said. You can't have crossing line segments. You can't have a curve. Next page. And look at that, we're already done. Yay, don't you feel so like far along now? Just kidding. All right, so again, these are our polygons: triangle, quadrilateral, pentagon, hexagon, octagon. Some are irregular and wonky and wackadoodle, and some are regular, which means they all have congruent sides, congruent angles, and congruent is a fancy word for same. All right, let's go ahead and look at the next page, because this is where we're going to practice. So now that you've learned what concave and convex are, and regular and not regular, this page should be much easier, because when I went to this page, I'm like, wait a minute, we didn't cover concave and convex, but we have now. So here we go. The definition is on the bottom for polygons. Remember, we just went over that. All the sides are congruent. All the angles are congruent. Those are regular polygons. So we have regular and not regular. And remember, we said the octagon above was regular. So this is a definition from the other page. And then remember, we talked about concave and convex, if you can draw a line to it, or it looks like it's a cave opening. So read these again when you're making your decisions. I will scroll so you can see. I think you can see everything on the video now. Yes. So you're going to do 7, 8, 9. Circle whatever is applying to that image. And I'm going to hit the pause on the video, and we're going to come back together and grade and see how we did. Pausing now. Okay, so I'm not bothering to put the screen up for these so you guys can see all your immediate feedback. If you got something incorrect, I need you to stay tuned in on what I'm saying to get your feedback. Don't skip ahead on the video. So first thing you're supposed to do was label, what is this that I'm looking at? What is the name of this polygon? Well, this is a triangle. I know you guys know that. What kind of triangular is it? Is it regular or not regular? And it is regular because all the sides and all the angles are congruent, which means, remember the fancy word for same. So this is regular triangle. And it's convex because there's no cave opening. Remember? No cave opening. I can't do the 2 dots and have it pass on the outside. So hopefully that was easy for you. Now, number 8 is the only one that's concave, because look at, there it is. That's our cave opening. This is me going right inside that cave. You guys understand that? If you guys don't understand that, you guys can choose to do the dots. So let's get my little line maker so you guys can see that I can go from here. Let's go up here, and I can cut. There it is. I'm outside, I'm outside, I'm outside, and I'm back inside. Do you guys see how you can prove that that is concave? So this one's concave, and it's also not regular because are all the sides the same length? Like, look at the length of this side and this shorter one here. You already know that they're not the same. They're irregular. So we say not regular, and it's pentagon because it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. Okay? So we've done triangle, we've done pentagon. This one down here, and I hope you remembered I said that I just copied this from the previous page. So this did not apply because it says the octagon above is regular. No, that was from the other page. So hopefully you knew that this is not regular. Why is that the case? Because look at this little line here, and then look at this longer line here. So definitely not regular. This is irregular or not regular. And it's also convex because is there a cave opening? No, there's no cave opening. I can't do the little dot trick anywhere on there and get back inside. That doesn't work. Okay, so last one after octagon is hexagon because it's 6-sided. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it regular? Yes, it is, because every single side is the same or congruent. All the angle shapes are exactly the same. Is it concave? No, there's no cave entry points. I can't walk into this cave, so it's convex. All right. I hope that was super easy. Let's look at the next page. I love these. I bet you anything this is going to be on your Think Central test. Write true or false. They've given you some definitions here, and you have to write if it could be possible, if it's true or false. To remind you, excuse me, of these rules, again, I copied, we can erase this, hold on, because I don't want any of you being like, Mrs. Langford said. This is from the previous page. Okay, this is the definition about irregular and regular polygons, so you can remember that when you read this. And this is about concave and convex, so hopefully these will help you think about these true or false statements, okay? So read them now, pause your video, and consider what you should write in there. Pausing now. So for 11, a square is a regular quadrilateral. So let's look at the word quadrilateral. Remember that means that it has 4 sides. So does it have 4 sides? Yes, it is a quadrilateral. Is it regular? Are all these lines exactly the same? If remember what a square means, square should already tell you. It's not a rectangle, it's a square. All the sides are the same length. All the angles are exactly the same. So this one you should definitely type in true. All right, so how about 12? Is it possible to draw a concave triangle? And if you remember concave, it looks like there's an opening to go inside and be like, hey, I want to come inside your cave. Can you draw a triangle any way that's going to have a cave opening? Is that a triangle, boys and girls? No, that's the Harry Potter hat that I just drew inadvertently. It's the sorting hat. You belong in Ravenclaw. I don't know. So yes, obviously that's going to be a big ol' false. All right, so that's that page. Let's see if there's anything left to do. So these are in your book because it's supposed to be an activity you do in class. So this could be something you can do at home if your parent would like to do an enrichment activity with you to practice. You're supposed to cut these shaped cards and make a game out of it because there's another page that looks like this where you would put every single thing that applies, like anything that's a polygon, you'd put a pile here, and anything that has straight sides, you put it here, and anything that's curved. So it's just a sorting game. I can't do that on my smart notebook. This is definitely a cut and be an interactive kind of thing. So if you are feeling like practicing and your parent is all for it, go grab them, go grab an older sibling, whoever wants to work with you, cut these cards all up and make sure you know how to comfortably match them. And if you make that effort, if you can take a picture of yourself posting it and give it to me, it's going to be on our student shout out video for next week. So if you're feeling super awesome and you want to practice and you want to play a little sorting game with, like I said, mom, dad, somebody else you want to bug, like older sister from college who's on break, who's just not having it, give her your cute little Puss in Boots eyes and say, work with me on math, please. So do that. Cut these out, sort them, put them on the mats where they belong, and then take a picture of you doing math with a big, huge smile on your face, send it to me, and you will make it in student shoutouts. That is it for today, boys and girls. Again, have a wonderful 3-day weekend. Woot woot. Of course, you can still work on Monday if you choose to. It's not like Google Classroom is going to be closed. So if you have some catch-up work to do, feel free to do that because report cards are coming out on June the 5th. All right, guys. Take care. Have a great weekend.